Hi clients and friends, Joe Reardon here with the Joe Reardon team at Century 21. Welcome to September. This month we wanted to talk to you about what's going on in Utah here in the long term. There was a group called Envision Utah that did a study that they did in May of this year, and they actually surveyed 52,000 Utahns about what's going on in the future and how they want to have the future handled. Okay, we know there's going to be tremendous growth in Utah. In fact, by some estimates, by 2050, that's 35 years from now, Utah's population will double. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of impact on what's going on here and throughout Utah. And so we want to talk about how that can impact you and your lives and real estate in general. Well, one thing's for sure, right? We know on the east side of I-15, there's not a whole lot more land being made. A lot of it's been built up. We're talking in the three-county area between Davis, Salt Lake, and Utah counties, right? So that area will continue to be very valuable, it would seem most likely. Additionally, we know there's tons of building that's going to continue to go on and that is going on. In Saratoga Springs, for instance, D.R. Horton has about 2,000 homes that are going to be coming out of the ground, and then there's another subdivision that's on the market with 820 acres that'll have maybe another 2,900 homes coming up. That's just in that one town alone. So there's going to be tremendous growth in housing throughout Utah over the next 20 to 35 years. And we know that's going to happen. So what does that mean? I mean, it means areas that are really built and well positioned on the east side, we're going to continue to be very valuable. On the west side, there's going to be a lot of areas, a lot of growth, and there's going to continue to be good values going there. We also know there's going to be just an increase in value over time. And one of the things we talk about is, what can happen in real estate over time. And one of the great examples of that is just like the house I grew up in. I grew up in an area very similar to Salt Lake. When I look at where Salt Lake is now compared to Sacramento, where I grew up, was say 40, 45 years ago. The whole town, Sacramento was very, was built up, but then there was a lot of areas between Sacramento and the Bay Area that were not built up, that up to now it's, moving ahead 40 years, 45 years, that whole area between Sacramento and the Bay Area is basically built up. We're going to see a lot of that happening in Utah. Well, the house I grew up in Sacramento, my parents bought it right before I was born in 1969. They spent about $34,000 or $37,000. It's now worth about $400,000. So I remember thinking, gosh, well, I wish they had bought 10 of them. Well, yeah, of course, and not everyone's going to buy 10 houses, and I'm not saying that you should necessarily. But obviously, if you want to invest in real estate, it can be a great vehicle. But we know there's going to be growth, we know there's going to be certain things happening, and we want you to kind of think about that in terms of how you want to position things for your kids and your kids' kids. So, as always, we'd love to talk to you about that and what's going on in the state of Utah and help you out any way we can. I can be reached at 801-608-9224 or email me at reardon.realtor@gmail.com. That's REARDON.realtor, REALTOR @gmail.com. So, hey, thanks so much. Have a great September, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.